Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time being here, I'm Oma and you're highly welcome. It's good to have you here. So today we're going to be talking about money, beliefs surrounding money, some myths surrounding money, some conceptions and misconceptions surrounding money. And without wasting much time, let's dive right into the topic. Now, before to a stage in my life when I've come to realize that your level of success mustn't have to equal how hard that you've worked for it, or in a nutshell, you mustn't work so hard. I'm not trying to tell you that being hardworking is not part of the things that is going to make you successful. I'm just trying to let you know that in the recent time and age, it's not just about how hard that you've worked for something, how you've sweated for something. That's not the only thing that will guarantee that you're going to be successful in that particular thing that you're trying to pursue or achieve. Sometimes it's not really just about hard work, but about smart work in the sense that you educate yourself. Educate yourself in whatever field that you want to get into, or whatever that field that you've gotten yourself into, trying to getting capital. Very, very important. It's funny and at the same time annoying whenever I hear maybe successful people, when they're being interviewed or when they're being asked, how did you get to the stage that you're in? And they be like, if I can do it, you can do it. It's like, if I can do it, you can do it, that made you succeed. It's not capital. So if we must tell ourselves the truth, it's not really the ginger and that business. I think where those motivations are actually needed is when you have already started that career, when you've already started that business, when you've already started that job. I think that's when all those quotes and motivational words can even be more effective in your life. But if we must tell ourselves the truth, what actually made you succeed? Those successful persons that have succeeded too, what made them succeed in whatever field that they found themselves in is not if I can do it, you can do it. It's capital. Because you must have capital before you can start something. You must have capital. You cannot even wipe that out automatically. You must have capital. You use money to chase money. Are you getting me? And apart from having I'm not trying to tell you that you might not really have the capital in millions or whatever, but you must have a capital to start up something. And again, there are some persons that usually feel that sometimes that if someone comes out to talk about how he or she succeed, Nigerians, I'm sorry to say, but Nigerians, we usually tend to glorify suffering a lot. What do I mean by that? We love from grass to grace stories a lot. That is why you see someone maybe from a wealthy background, the parents are wealthy, or maybe someone that have a wealthy spouse will come out to announce his achievement, and you see people trying to let the person know that, hey, you had it easier, that you had someone backing you up, you were born with a silver spoon. The fact that that person did not succeed or did not really have to suffer so much to achieve that thing does not underrate the fact that person is successful, and it does not make that person less worthy of achieving that kind of success that he or she has. You see, sometimes a young girl might be succeeding, might be doing it big on social media, and you see people trying so hard to dig up maybe the rich spouse or the rich male figure that is actually sponsoring her lifestyle. Even if there is actually a male figure that is actually supporting her, does that mean that she doesn't have a value? Does that mean that with what she's doing that she cannot be able to bring something to the table? So sometimes people trying to dig up those kind of details to justify their posts of don't allow anybody to pressure you on social media, or justify their post. The fact that someone is coming from a rich background, and you as a person, you don't have to start making up stories or pitiable stories how you soak Gary every day of the week just to eat, so that you can gain favor in the eyes of people. Yeah, I understand that that's what works in Nigeria, but it's not necessary. Sometimes in reality TV shows, for instance, you see some persons, they are not really bringing something, like they're not bringing the tea in the show, they're not entertaining enough. But the moment they come up I will use Big Brother as an instance. You see them, the moment someone comes up to talk about how he or she suffered in the past, you find out that the person automatically captivates the hearts of Nigerians. Nigerians just want to support the person, and well, everybody have their own sense of reason and judgment, but I'm just trying to let you know that the fact that you had it easy or easier than others does not mean that you're not worthy of that your achievement. It's not by how, like, there is no glory in suffering. Are you getting me? There is no glory in suffering. You have to press the right button and see things work out very much better for you. You see some people, you can see some people that are in the same line of business, but you see some people doing better than the others. Sometimes it's not really about how hard the other person is working. It might be part of it, but it's not always the case. Sometimes it's about the person doing the right thing, pressing the right button, having the right network. One of the things that is actually going to help you make money or to succeed in whatever field that you find yourself in is building the right network of people. You have to build the right network of people, like make the right contacts, keep the right contacts, have acquaintances that can actually place you or bring, or that you can actually meet, and they present one or two opportunities for you. Those are one of the things that is going to help you to succeed. Not really just about how you have suffered to get a particular thing or not. A practical example that I'm going to use is maybe our parents, their method of education, how they usually tell us stories of how they trek so many kilometers to school, to and fro. Some of them even go on barefoot. Some persons, some of they in school, in their schools, then some of them use slate to write. Then in our current generations, that means of transport, the internet and some electrical gadgets have made education so much easier for us. Now, does that now mean that the fact that we had our own method of education easy, does that mean that our parents that suffered to actually get educated are more experienced than us? That does not make them more experienced or knowledgeable than us. In fact, the reverse is even the case, because the world is revolving. There's some knowledge that's available or that are actually relevant in the 90s and in the 80s that are no more relevant today, despite how much so many of them suffer to acquire those qualifications and certificates. So it's not really just about how hard that you have toiled the ground to achieve something, or how much of a sleepless night that you've actually had to achieve something, that determines or that justifies that you are actually going to succeed in that particular thing that you're doing. Learn how to work smart, press the right buttons, and you're definitely going to succeed. And we also have this kind of conception that those that actually go out to or those that make money with their phones are actually not much more directed than those that actually have to go out to work 9 to 5, go to open their shop, work on their businesses, go out to work on their career. So sometimes I tend to underrate or undermine the effort of those people that work with their phone or that make money with their phone, just because it's their phone that are using to make their money. So the fact that you're actually going out there every morning for your 9 to 5 job, or to your office, or to your job, or trying to build whatever career that you usually go out every morning to work on, does not mean that someone that is at home creating TikTok content, for instance, is useless. You're trying to earn a living, the person is trying to earn a living. Hustle is hustle. Are you getting me now? Hustle is hustle. The fact that you are under the sun, trying to make your own money, does not mean that if I'm under the air condition, trying to make the same money that you're trying to make, that does not make me less valuable, less relevant. It doesn't make me undriven, or it doesn't make people that are trying to make money with their phone useless. Are you getting me? So sometimes we look at them as is a lazy man's job. Do you even think that content creation is a child's business? do you think it's easy to come up with content ideas? Or even if you come up with content ideas, do you think it's easy to put it up in such a way that it's going to be entertaining, captivating, and to the extent of making brands want to work with you? So hustle is hustle. It's not really right for you to underrate someone because you feel that the person is not suffering the way that you're suffering to achieve your own, or to earn your own source of living. Are you getting me? Another thing that I cannot leave out that is going to help you to succeed, or that is going to help you to make money, or to start making money and really really go as far as you want, is that you should have a reason why you're starting something at the first place. Are you getting me? You should have a why you actually want to do something at the first place. Because even the people that actually have it easy, when you are actually trying to build that career or job or whatever it is that you're doing, it still take a lot of perseverance, because it is not always all rosy. Are you getting me? There's still some work to be put in. So you should have a why when you are doing something at the first place. Your why is what is going to, your why is just I'll call it a reason why you can give up. Let me just put it that way. Because if the reason why you started something at the first place is actually a very strong one, giving up on working on that thing, even when it gets tough, is actually something that you can do easily. So you should have a reason why you're starting something at the first place. Let's say that you want to be an influencer. You're not just getting, or you're not just trying to build your influencing career just because you want to be popular, but because of the money behind it. So you find out that maybe when you're trying to, if you started influencing maybe because you just want to be popular, there are times when you're going to face challenges. There are times when you're not going to be getting deals or endorsements, and those things can easily make you lose the vibe or lose the enthusiasm to keep working on something. But even to keep working on that, your influencing career, to be precise. But when you actually know what you want from this, you're there for the money, you have things in mind that you want to use this money that you're going to get from your influencing career to build. You have dreams that you want to use the money that you get from your influencing career to fund. You find out that you can't just wake up one day and say, I don't want to do it again. You get, it's going to, that reason why you're starting that thing at the first place, that your purpose for starting that thing is going to be what will keep you moving, even when you start facing challenges in that particular thing that you're already doing. And the highest thing that is going to actually help you also, apart from knowing your why, is that you should cultivate the habit of gratitude. Gratitude cancels, I won't really call it cancel, but it conceals lack. When you have the habit of gratitude, it conceals that part of your life where you're lacking, or that part of your career that is lacking. So the time and the energy, sometimes when you're overthinking or thinking too much about things that are not working in your life, things that you don't really have, those kind of thoughts can be energy sapping at times. It can be demotivating at times. So instead of you being too much carried away or wasting too much energy and time deliberating and worrying over that thing that you don't really have, there are things to be grateful for. I kid you not. Your life is not even the worst. Look into that your career, that things, that milestones that you have covered that you did not cover when you started that business. That things that were a challenge for you when you started the business are no more a challenge to you at the moment. Those things should be what should be encouraging you. There is some amount of money that was in your bank account that was not in your bank account when you started that career, that is in your bank account at the moment. Those things should be what should be encouraging you. You want to be a you want to earn thousands of dollars from deals, and you want to see yourself in that kind of person that can make, let's say, that can make thousands of dollars monthly from whatever career or whatever thing that you're doing. Remember when hundreds of dollars was a challenge for you to make. Are you getting me? So in wherever you are, there is always something to be grateful for. Don't be too drained with thoughts of the things that you don't have, that you forget that are actually ones that you have. Are you getting me? So and the habit of gratitude is actually something that you're grateful for something or you're content with something does not mean that you're not aiming big or you're not aiming for a higher height. It simply means that you are grateful for where you are, you're thankful for where you are, while you are hopeful for the next phase of your life or for the next level of your life. Okay, so I think that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, kindly give us a like and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, thank you so much for watching.